Video start. A few days ago, I had an idea to try to briefly summarize plot synopsises for movies such as Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta, just from memory. And I have a few other ideas, like reading through an entire transcript of important episodes of shows like The Wire or The Sopranos. I know that some of the most mentioned movies and TV shows are going to be stuff like The Sopranos and Goodfellas and The Wire and stuff like that. And what I also know is that there's millions of books. There's millions of hours of movies and TV shows, and they're all good quality in my opinion. It's just that I want to see what everyone else is seeing, and hopefully we could all get on the same page. Let me just try to sell this movie, the idea of watching this movie. It has 5 million views, and just that one scene, that's more than a lot of other things. Here's 5 million views on this scene. Here's movies that are comparable in the same category. So instead of having to watch, I'm just showing here almost 20 hours worth. Sometimes it's better to just watch the first. Martin Scorsese is the one who made Goodfellas and Casino with both De Niro and Pesci. In this one, even before he made Raging Bull in the 1980s, he made Mean Streets right here, and that was in the 1970s. So in a lot of ways, it's better to read the first book, even if it's not as popular, or watch the first movie of a particular movie maker, script writer, director. I'll just continue on. There's almost 6 million views on that scene. And so let me go to the memo that I wrote earlier today. That memo is right here. Looks like my phone's already having problems. There's no links loading. There's a lot of links here. I'll start at the bottom. I don't know if the phone's having problems. Let me disengage the camera for just 1 second. It gets kind of weird towards the end of my note. I'm starting at the beginning. So, is there something wrong here? Let me press the back button and then repress that button again. Okay. So, for every best-selling, blockbuster movie, there's a politician, an American politician. And so a lot of people try to, like on the Founders Mountain, that has the 4 large heads carved into the rock face. In my opinion, the most important politician that everyone is overlooking and underrated is John Charles Fremont. He was the first Republican, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken about that. The first Republican nominee for President of the United States. And that was just 4 years before Lincoln was not only the first Republican nominee, or he was the second, but he was the first elected Republican to the presidency. So in a lot of ways, if there's someone who seems interesting in history, definitely study that person up to the point that that it's possible to find their predecessor or their mentor or something like that, or their teacher. So in my opinion, just from reading through his Wikipedia page here, I would say movies like Iron Will. I think that was a Disney movie. I don't know where. Let me go ahead and just try to search the page. Press that Find in Page button. No, I can't find it. Well, it says, I don't know, there's a quote about him. And it makes me wonder if the movie Iron Will originates from this man. Anyway, so I'm just saying, it's instead of trying to study every single Republican politician, it's a lot easier to just study the first one. So I'll just go from the bottom upwards on the memo. Here was a movie that I just discovered before recording this video about Sugar Hill in Harlem, New York City. Originally in the 1970s, it was a movie about zombies, and then in the 1990s, it was remade with Wesley Snipes. So I want to try to read through the transcript of that with either only the dialogue or only the action, or I could do both and try to understand what happens and try to sort of imagine what's happening in the movie before I've seen it. What I haven't done is transcript a movie myself. That is where I got this whole idea, was when I saw the DVD of The Wire, season 1 for $10. And so when I went to watch it, I couldn't understand what anyone was saying. They were talking too fast. And even, there's a lot of words that were being mentioned that I couldn't understand. And there were no closed captions. And so I'm very disappointed when I try to watch a movie that has no subtitles, English, or closed captions, or whatever. Since the late 1990s, I've been watching TV and movies with closed captions on. And so I consider, because I've seen so many movies and watched so many TV shows, that I've also am one of the most read people on the planet. Even though I haven't read that many books, I don't read a lot of books. I've listened to a lot of audiobooks. Virtually always have my headset on so I can hear music and stuff like that. If not interviews and all type of things. My YouTube library has over 5,000 videos, or at least close to it. Anyway, so let me mention glucosa. I don't know if I could mention these other things first. Okay, so here's some other movie ideas that I was going to read. One's called Naughty Grandma. It's a Russian movie. Terminator. And what I can do is I can translate those and speak those in Russian. Read the transcripts. Or, I could take the Russian movie and translate that into English. If I can find it. I don't know if I'll be able to find it. So, about glucosa, she's sort of the Russian version of what we know in America as Lady Gaga. And I never mention her. I am because, I'm mentioning her because I found out that she's sort of part of the Italian mob. I read a news article. I saw her in the news today about something, I can't remember what, but I saw her in the news a couple of months ago that she was making a movie with Al Pacino in Italy about Versace or something like that. If it wasn't Versace, it was Gucci or something. Anyways, so I'm not sure, but one of the largest superstars on the planet in world history is Yuri Gagarin, and that's sort of like her name, the Gaga part or whatever. Anyways, so why I'm sort of mentioning that is because before she was a musician, she was in the TV show The Sopranos. And I'll show that in just a second. Here is ATM. We have the same exact birthday, January 29th. He was the first person of African descent in space, and that's a very significant thing. Another person to see would be, his name sounds, I remember his name like I would try to remember Eddie Murphy. Captain Edward Dwight Jr. He was scheduled to be the first person of African descent in space, and he would have been an American. That would have made it an American instead. of that happening in 1980, it was, I don't know, in like 1965 he was being advertised and trained as an astronaut, not cosmonaut. Anyways, long story short, he's still a very important person in my opinion, and not just him. What's also sort of notable is there's another World War II veteran who's named Audie Murphy, Audiemurphy, or just Y. Anyways, Audie Murphy sort of paved the way in the culture for Eddie Murphy, and also Captain Ed Dwight Jr., Eddie, or whatever. Okay, so let me load up a different link. I'm going back to the memo. So I'm searching Lady Gaga and Sopranos. So she's Italian. She's not German, like her last name, Germanata. I don't know who Christopher Moltisanti is. Here she is a musician on the TV show The Sopranos. So what I want to do is read the script of just that one episode. It says, people also ask, what episode was David Lee Roth in The Simpsons? Okay, and so Glucosa, I say that she's like the Russian equivalent because, well, in one of her music videos, she sort of looks a whole lot like Marilyn Monroe, and Marilyn Monroe would be one of the only superstars that would compare to Yuri Gagarin, the cosmonaut, first man in space. So both Glucosa and Stephanie Germanotta, their birth year is 1986. Okay, so here's this one episode, and it's season whatever, episode whatever. Oh well, so I'll find that, and then hopefully I can read through the transcript. Also, I just heard of this today. I was in a live chat on YouTube for it was like over 2.5 hours. It was a great live chat. This was mentioned. It's apparently it's an episode about rap music. And so I want to read through the transcript of that, because I've never had cable. I've just never had HBO or cable or anything. I didn't have it growing up, and even though I sort of in my household have it now, I've gotten used to just using YouTube. And so if something's not accessible, a movie, for example, I'm more than happy to just watch music videos. Because they're shorter, I'm a lot more likely to, whatever it's called, to watch something over again and again, and that would be like a music video. Okay, so another movie script that I wanted to read in full was the Paid in Full script. And that's a rap music group, Eric B. and Rakim. What I've been saying online in live chats, copied to my clipboard. I have finally pinned one comment to my clipboard just today, and that's different. Anyways, so like on Facebook it says like such and such likes this. Like it would say like David Petrino likes this. And how that can be that can be a joke in and of itself. So what I say is Eric B would like this, or Eric B likes this, and Rakim will say, or Rakim would say, flip it right here. Apparently it's not in the lyrics. So the song Paid in Full talks about a journey into sound. I'm not as familiar with that music video or that song. The one that I am familiar with is Follow the Leader. And if I could pull up YouTube again, well, I'll show it on my library. Both music videos of Dr. Dre and Ice Cube, Natural Born Killers, not to be confused with the Oliver Stone movie from the 90s with Robert Downey Jr., not Matthew McConaughey, but everyone confuses, I think, Matthew McConaughey with, he was in the movie Kingpin. He's in lots of movies. Woody Harrelson. Okay. And anyways, in my opinion, one of my mentors or whatever, my favorite author is Robert Greene. Not to be confused with Mo Green, who looks a whole lot like that. That looks like Mo Green from The Godfather. I've mentioned the jokes I have about that, about mowing green grass or other things like that. Anyways, there's just so many movies and so many quotes. I have them confused in my mind. Anyways, what Robert Greene talks about, he says that humans think and learn and communicate not in words, but it's just pictures that we see. And what I noticed, because there's a feral cat that sort of looks inside through the window, and I show it music videos and scenes of Catwoman, Michelle Pfeiffer from Batman Returns, and stuff like that, and different music videos. I showed her Rakim and Eric B's "Follow the Leader," and I realized that the symbolism of that is meant to show a cat, just like the Natural Born Killers with Dr. Dre and Ice Cube music video. It's meant to teach feral cats how to duck for cover when there's like a car like screeching around the corner and driving recklessly through a neighborhood. That's the purpose of those two music videos, is to show feral cats, I'm just going to be honest, or any animal that might end up being roadkill. It's sort of to try to teach them, not with English, but only with scary images of like cars like screeching around the corner and driving like maniacs and stuff. That's the symbolism of those two music videos. So anyways, I know that Paid in Full, the song, it says, "Here is a journey into sound." I'm going to go ahead and dip on the camera. And even though I don't think I have like outwardly said the lyrics of this song, I've heard this song so many times in the last month or so that I feel like it's not going to be anything to actually say it. So I'm going to go ahead here and follow me into a solo, get in the flow, and you can picture like a photo. Music mixed mellow maintains to make melodies for MCs, motivates the breaks. I'm everlasting. I can go on for days and days with rhyme displays that engrave deep as x-rays. I can take a phrase that's rarely heard, flip it. Now it's a daily word. I can get iller than Nam, a killing bomb, but no alarm. Rakim will remain calm. Self-esteem made me super superb and supreme, but for a microphone, still I fiend. This was a tape. I wasn't supposed to break. I was supposed to wait, but let's motivate. I want to see who can keep following and swallowing, taking the making, biting it, and borrowing. Brothers tried and others died to get the formula, but I'm going to let you sweat. You still ain't warm. You a step away from frozen, stiff as if you're posing. Dig into my brain as a rhyme gets chosen. So follow me and where you thinking you were first. Let's travel at magnificent speeds around the universe. What could you say as the earth gets further and further away? Planets are small as balls of clay. Astray into the Milky Way, worlds out of sight. Far as the eye can see, not even a satellite. Now stop and turn around and look. As you stare in the darkness, your knowledge is took. So keep staring, and soon you suddenly see a star. You better follow it, 'cause it's the R. This is a lesson. If you're guessing, if you're borrowing, hurry, hurry, step right up and keep following the leader. This is a lifetime mission, vision of prison. All right, listen. In this journey, you're the journal, I'm the journalist. Am I eternal or an eternalist? I'm about to flow as long as I can possibly go. Keep you moving because the crowd said so. Dance. Cuts, rip your pants. Eric B on the blades, bleeding to death. Call the ambulance. Pull out my weapon and start to squeeze. A magnum is a microphone murdering MCs. Let's quote a rhyme from a record I wrote. Yeah, dope. Because every time I stop, it seems you're stuck. As soon as you try to step off, you self-destruct. I came to overcome before I'm gone by showing improvement and letting knowledge be born. Then after that, I'll live forever. You disagree, you say never, then follow me. From century to century, you'll remember me in history, not a mystery or a memory. God by nature, mind raised in Asia, since you was tricked, I have to raise you, from the cradle to the grave. But remember, you're not, I'm just not going to say that. Because we was put here to be much more than that, but we couldn't see it because our mind was trapped. But I'm here to break away the chains and take away the pains, remake the brains, reveal my name. I guess nobody told you a little knowledge is dangerous. It can't be mixed, diluted, it can't be changed or switched. Here's a lesson, if you're guessing and borrowing, hurry, hurry, step right up and keep following the leader. A furified freestyle, lyrics to fury, my third eye makes me shine like jewelry. You're just a renter rapper, your rhymes are minute made. I'll be here when it fade to watch you flip like a renegade. I can't wait to break and eliminate on every traitor or snake, so stay awake. And follow because the tempo is a trail, the stage is a cage, the mic is a third rail. I'm Rakim, the fiend of a microphone. I'm not him, so leave my mic alone. As soon as the beat is felt, I'm ready to go, so fasten your seatbelt because I'm about to flow. No need to speed, slow down, and let the leader lead. Word to daddy, indeed. The R is a rolling stone, so I'm rolling. Directions is told, then the rhymes are stolen. Stop bugging, a brother said, dig him, I never dug him. He couldn't follow the leader long enough, so I drug him. Into a danger zone. He should arrange his own. Face it, it's basic. Erase it, change your tone. There's one R in the alphabet. It's one letter word, and it's about to get more complex from one rhyme to the next. Eric B, be easy on the flex. I've been from state to state, followers tailgate. Keep coming, but you came too late. But I'll wait, so back up, regroup, get a grip, come equipped. You're the next contestant, clap your hands, you won a trip. The price is right, don't make a deal too soon. How many notes could you name this tune? Follow the leader is a title, theme, task. Now you know you don't have to ask. Rap is rhythm and poetry. Cuts create sound effects. You might catch up if you follow the record's E-Rex. Until then, keep eating and swallowing. You better take a deep breath and keep following the leader. Anyways, I didn't realize there were so many paragraphs in that song. So what I found out yesterday, if not the day before, was that Eric B. and Rakim's other song, Paid in Full, is actually a movie. It's an album, a song, and then it was turned into a movie in 2002. And I think Jay-Z produced it. Owner of Tidal song company or streaming, Spotify, company. So I wanted, because I don't have the movie, I was going to try to read the transcript. It even has one of the same actors from The Wire, the TV show. And I just learned on Wikipedia his nickname is David. What else? So I tried to record this video one time outside and the phone overheated and stuff like that. I'll go ahead and show this Naughty Grandma movie poster, Glucosa. And Glucosa's name is Natalia Natalia Lichinchnya. Okay, hang on. Natalia Lenichnya Ianova, right here. Okay, so she's born. That might even be the same month as Stephanie Germanotta. I'm not sure. And considering that Stephanie Germanotta, aka Lady Gaga, is recording a Gucci movie about Gucci's life in Italy, she's sort of like the first female in the Italian mob, especially considering she was in Sopranos TV show. Okay, so the video crashed when I started loading all this other stuff over here. And I think I actually have it preloaded. Yeah, great. I'm going to dip on the camera because that's where the video crashed last time. At 40. I want to get it right, so I have to go back. This woman in the 1970s, at what point? At 40:23, she created all this stuff. 40, what was it? Hang on, I have to see that again. People in the comments can see it too. 40:23, okay. Okay, here goes.
And left. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I think they're a bunch of cowards myself.
So she said, I think they're a bunch of cowards myself.
Panicked and left. How do you feel about all that?
Well, I think they're a bunch of cowards myself.
I was hoping that the
there was
captions
nothing to
would
be
turn
afraid
on.
of here. And
So, considering this is 1971, I even think Detroit Rock City, the rock song and the band Kiss, gets Detroit Rock City from this 1971 special report. So let me go to 4 minutes and 44 seconds to show this man right here.
N-H-A-R-D-E-N.
So he's wearing blue and red. And if Compton is known for anything, it's definitely Crips and Bloods gang, blue and red. What's so interesting is this is 1971. That was at the very beginning of the gang war. And, you know, people in the comments are saying a similar thing. And then another interesting thing is Morrie right here. That's not actually his name. However, in my opinion, because it's 1971, the 1990 movie Goodfellas
72%
and Morrie's wigs originates from this man right here.
the population.
In his wig business.
Really black city council. And in answering.
My description of Compton over the past 10 years have been very positive. I've been in the wig business in downtown Compton.
So he's been in the wig business, okay? And it's very difficult to understand. I first found this last year, and I'm barely even understanding it now, just how influential that one news report is. So there has to be others. Here's Morrie's wigs, just to show, like, it even though this was made in the 90s, it's supposed to look like a 1970s advertisement.
Don't buy wigs that come off at the wrong time. Morrie's wigs don't come off, even underwater. And remember, Morrie's wigs are tested against
Hurricane winds.
Don't forget about money. You can afford a Morrie wig, price to fit every budget. So call me now.
Anyways, what else?
And come in for
I definitely need to pause that. Else is gonna just keep going on. Okay, so here is a few more things. It looks like the app's crashed, so hopefully I won't lose that entire video. Let me reload the app. Okay. So now I'm loading a music video because I mentioned how the lady said cowards at 40 minutes of that news segment. Now let me show at 31 seconds of this Uncle Luke music video. So here's the blue and red. It's the first thing that is seen. And at 31 is mentioned the word coward, and it's in the title. Oh, I missed it. I'll try it again.
I heard your new album.
You shouldn't have dissed Luke.
What was that for? You should.
Oh, I missed it again.
I heard your new album.
Okay, Okay, so what he says is, he says cowards right there. And, okay, so let me continue on. All the actors in this music video are wearing baseball caps. That's a Florida Marlins cap right there. Baseball jerseys. So it can be inferred that this is a Detroit Tigers cap. And that's why Eminem is, promoted as a person who's from Detroit as a response to this. That wouldn't be true in and of itself if not for Dr. Dre's Beats by Dr. Dre's headphones. Well, now that okay, so now that this is showed up in my recommended feed, I have to say that you, Kwame Brown, appear to be very high in that picture, and also Gunner. You appear to be Buzz Lightyear and Paul Blart, Mall Cop, and even considering your name would be like Buzz Lightyear, instead of Buzz Lightyear, I'm arguing that the reason that they chose Woody as other character of the Disney movie is going to be because Woody Allen Lightyear, or Lindblom, whatever. So anyways, that's all for now. For those, that wasn't going to be mentioned. Now it has been mentioned. Here we see someone with a Braves jersey on. That's a Atlanta Braves jersey. That just so happens to be the location of the Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg concert that was raided by 2 Live Crew and Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke is the founder. So, Gunner also just so happens to have been born and raised within 5 miles of where Eminem also grew up. They're the same age. They likely would have gone to the same high school if Eminem had not dropped out of like the 5th grade. So they likely knew a lot of the same people. So the key to understanding Eminem is seeing this music video and why, even though he's wearing a Dayton cap for the Dayton team, it looks like it's a Detroit Tigers cap. That's the key to understanding this music video, or to understanding Dr. Dre and Eminem. Well, James Brown's Payback song, in a lot of ways, could be considered one of the earliest rap songs. That's also highly influential here. I'm mentioning Uncle Luke. I'm like the only person who attends his live streams on YouTube. He has a large following outside of YouTube, on Instagram, I think. Hopefully more people can join in. I suppose I have to apologize. I sent Uncle Luke a message that I regret to inform him that Hassan Campbell was arrested, and apparently that was fake news that duped me until the next day. I found out it was a completely made up story. So anyways, so what else? Oh, the Beats by Dr. Dre part is at this point in the song when he says, so it happens in 3 phases. Here's where the Beats by Dr. Dre headphones gets its name. So imagine like it's an intentionally the song is supposed to make you take your headphones off. Like, take off your headphones, Dr. Dre, and then just take the sucker's beats. That's what he says. Like, beats like headphones. And then you can see he takes his hat off right there. He takes his hat off. Okay. I think that's really everything that I was going to try to cover in this video. I think I did. And so the first link that I added here for this video was this one right here. And I really have to disable the camera because it looks like it's going to crash. I'm glad that I got to throw in Lindblom. My first two names for you, Lindblom, were Led Zeppelin Bloom or Led Zeppelin Blimp, because that's what a Zeppelin is a blimp. And there was another one. I can't think of the other one. Now it's Buzz Lindblom or Woody Allen Lightyear, or there's still others. Anyways, I'm just teasing. Okay, so the whole reason that we have Eminem is a combination of factors. That they had the Dayton sports team in here. I think that was mistaken for a Detroit Tigers shirt and cap. Anyways, and the whole reason that we have that music video was from that 1971 Compton City news segment, and that's all, I suppose. I think I might have a setup where I'm going to go ahead and close YouTube. I'm just getting distracted. I think I hit everything here. I want to try to read some of these scripts. Yeah, so let me finish about what I said with Robert Greene. He says that, like, it's not even really language and words that people communicate and think in. We think in symbols, like pictures. And so with music videos like Follow the Leader, with all the car symbolism, it can be showed and taught to feral cats, for example, watching from outside the window. And the one particular part of the lyrics where it sounds like what a cat would be, or like a feral cat outside would hear when someone's trying to yell through a window. And so that's just how those two music videos ought to be seen. The other one is Natural Born Killers, Dr. Dre and Ice Cube. I don't know if I would rap the words of that. So I really think that I covered everything here. I'll see what other Glucosa movies there are. And so I think I might just have it set up. Oh, here's what I was going to try to have one-handed driving on the freeway in a video game on PlayStation 3. Meanwhile, I read the transcript that's either can be seen in the video being captured. So I'll be one-handed driving and trying to reenact the entire script, either only the action events or only the dialogue or both. And so here's some Glucosa movies from Russia. They're all Russian. There's no way, as far as I know, I can find these movies in English. Monsters and Aliens? Wow. Okay, video over.